I want us to look at the first reading. The first reading is from the book of Ruth. And this story of Ruth is situated in the time of the Judges. We have been reading the book of the Judges lately. So it's in the same time frame. And the time of the Judges was hard for Israel because it is a time where the people of Israel show that they are ungrateful. Because although God made so many miracles for them to get to the promised land, as soon as they get to the promised land, they fall again back into idolatry, and they start getting into wars with cultures that are neighbors with them. And in the book of Ruth, we can perceive one more difficulty. There is also a time of famine in the time of the Judges. And in the midst of these difficulties appears this woman, Ruth. And there is a beautiful line from her in today's reading. She tells to Naomi, "Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God." Ruth was not an Israelite. She was a pagan from a place called Moab. So where am I leading you with this? It is beautiful to see that Ruth took the decision to stay close to Naomi because Naomi had to go back from Moab to the promised land. So if you come to think about it, the journey that Ruth has to do is the same journey that Abraham had to do. In what sense? Abraham had to go from the place of his birth, Ur of the Chaldees, and he had to make this trip from Ur to the promised land, him being a pagan. But the journey especially went from offering sacrifices to the pagan gods and being taken in this journey to worshiping the only God, the only true God. And when you come to think about it, Ruth makes exactly the same trip. She comes from a pagan land, and she's brave enough to make the same journey as Abraham did, not geographically speaking, but from a pagan land to a place, to a promised land where she will offer her worship to the only true God. What is the insight for us today? In the same way that Ruth did the journey of Abraham, we're called to do the same journey. To leave our idols and our false sacrifices to the false gods so that we can offer true sacrifice to the true God. So I think that today the question could be, in this week, what idol have I been worshiping? In these last few days, what false sacrifices have I been offering to the wrong gods? And let us allow that the readings lead us today in offering the right sacrifice to the only true God in this beautiful day.